It is news of common people. Leopalace 21, anti-social, commercial law of apartment owner crush, unilaterally notice of cancellation of contract. The stock price of Leopalace 21, a leading apartment rent apart from the unprecedented construction failure, has plummeted. The closing price on February 8 is 415 yen, cheaper than the previous day by 100 yen. It stopped the stop. The sudden fall continues also on consecutive holidays. On the 12th, the stop cheap is 335 yen. It is 255 yen less than stop on 13th. It stopped the stop for 3 consecutive business days. Selling cannot be stopped on 14th. Last year it set the low of 224 yen. The closing price was 225 yen, 30 yen lower. The closing price on the next 15th is 224 yen. The low price is 218 yen. The stock price fell below 1/5 from the high price of 1,023 yen, May 11, 18th before the problem was discovered. There are an increasing number of investors who can withdraw their shares. On February 7, Leopalace announced that 1,324 new apartments have been found in 3 prefectures, suspected of violating the building standard law. The fire resistance level was not satisfied or the sound insulation property did not reach the standard value. In May 2018, the problem of the attic under the wall was not properly constructed and it was just discovered. We have been investigating 39,085 buildings that were constructed in the past. Due to the problem of construction failure this time, it is an abnormal situation seeking to move to a maximum of 10,443 people. Anger voice rises from the owner of the resident in the apartment. Unilaterally cancelling sublease contract. Leopalace is a major dealer of subleasing, which orders construction of rental apartment from landlord, borrows lump at once, and sublets to tenants. The number of rental management units is 570,000 units and the rent that must be paid to the owner of the property amounts to 25 billion yen a month. It was the owning organization, LP Owners Association, that was founded in 2014, that found out the construction defect of the apartment. The owner can receive a fixed rent every month from Leopalace regardless of presence or absence of residence. Popularity came as it could secure high yield with low risk. Leopalace's unpaid lease fee, to be paid in the future, has reached more than 1.4 trillion yen as of the end of March 2009. However, the economic crisis brought by Lehman shock in the autumn of 2008 caused the situation to change completely. We posted a huge deficit of 79 billion yen in the fiscal year ended March 2010 and 40.3 billion yen in the fiscal year ended March 2011, and it is in line with the management crisis. The occupancy rate declined sharply in temporary employees in the factory and in the local cities where the period workers were frequented. And Leopalace fell into disagreement that the rent income received is lower than the rent payable. In order to get rid of the trouble, Leopalace launched a reduction of guaranteed rent and negotiation of cancellation of sublease contract. At that time, the contract had fixed the rent for 10 years from handover. But there was a case where the contract owner who contracted less than 10 years changed contracts, rent every 2 years. Some departments have named the reduction negotiation and project and set numerical targets, and the company also acknowledged this fact. Leopalace betrayed the owner who believed in the explanation of long-term fixed rents and carried the debt of 100 million units. Thus, the dissatisfaction of the owner led to the discovery of poor construction. In 2011, Leopalace made a termination project to unilaterally notify sublease contract. So Kobe owner was brought in lawsuit against invalid sublease contract. At this time, the owner made a legal building an issue of the trial. In 2014, the owners gathered, establishing the LP Owners Association and developing into a class action lawsuit. Accusation of the Darkness of Apartment Commercial Law. The economic documentary program, Dawn of Gaia, TV Tokyo-based, was pursuing the problem of construction failure of Leopalace. The first version was broadcast on December 26, 2017. I entrusted Scoop coverage Money's Magical Power, and reported that the Leopalace had reduced its contracts unilaterally without complying with the rent guarantee. The second is May 29, 2018. Reported suspicion of illegal building which will develop into a big problem by tracking it by its own interview. Leopalace, who knew that his company was reported on the same program, said he hurriedly interviewed on the evening of 29th, admitting that the construction was inadequate, while arguing that there was no intentional scraping work. The third bullet is February 5, 2019. The accusations that the full investigation and repair work promised by receiving the previous broadcast have not progressed. Leopalace betrayed the owner from both the rent contract, sublease contract, and apartment construction and construction, but it was not enough. With a huge deficit capital increase, Leopalace implemented a public offering of 20 billion yen in 2013. The managing company is SMBC Nikko Securities. The problem is that we did not disclose information investors about illegal buildings and litigation that existed at the time. The management must not have known these important facts. I would like to say I tried to cheat a general investor. The president of the company founded misappropriating diversion and resigned. Mr. Yusuke Fukuyama, 73, founded Leopalace. Mr. Hideyo Fukuyama, president of Leopalace, is Mr. Yusuke's dear. I am from Iki City, Nagasaki Prefecture. He dropped out of college and joined the Miyama in 1977. Because Mr. Yusu resigned as a resignation, Mr. Hideyo of the foundation family took office as president in 2010. In 2018, illegal financing of the Saruga Bank's share house for women, Pumpkin Carriage, was discovered. Mr. Noriyuki Daiji, the founder of Smart Days bankruptcy in May 2018, who runs a share house, is from Leopalace. We used a scheme called Sublease Plus Rent Guarantee and sold the share house with security of the owner. Pumpkin Carriage is a mini version of Leopalace. The darkness of the subleasing commercial law has been blown out one after another. How did the construction work happen? Strict pursuit of continued pursuit of whether company was a company. Leopalace is in danger of survival.